You saying?
Nah, just reading the names.
Yeah, trying to get the names right for the podcast, eh? Hey, did I say it wrong, eh? Jonessa.
Doppler.
Doppelaka. Yeah. So, you know the funny thing is?
What's
We're-
is funny?
We're recording. Where's your volume? Let me speak up on the microphone.
Okay, go. Test and all that good stuff. Am I talking?
You are
Am I
talking.
making sounds?
You're making the sounds.
Yeah, good.
I don't know why I keep having that. What was that in again? I feel like it's like Coming to America.
Oh, what's that?
With It's just like, I sir. Yes, sir.
Yeah.
Come to the cha-cha.
Oh, yeah. I forgot the pasta one.
That's it,
You're
yeah.
talking about the sexy chocolate part.
Only-
Sexy chocolate.
The podcast is just literally just started down, so you talk about sexy chocolates.
What?
Mm-mm.
No, Eddie Murphy. We were just talking about
Yeah.
Eddie Murphy and
Wherever
his
you
donut
say
man.
that conversation didn't happen, you just talking about
Oh, sure.
sexy. Hello, and welcome back to episode 22 of the Black British Geeks. I'll stop. How you all been? I know you can't speak back to us, but you know we care. We actually care about what's going on in your lives. Tell us what's been going on in your life.
Been going on in my life.
My
Back at work
life.
soon. That's what's been going on. Oh no, I'm joking now, but yeah. No,
Back to the dreaded day job, yeah?
yeah, at the moment.
Sunshine.
So yeah, but if anyone from work's listening, I'm talking to you. So yeah, but anyway, no, I'm back to work soon. So all that good stuff. But I've already booked another holiday off soon, so that's not too bad.
That's it, man. See, living the dream.
Yeah,
living
exactly.
That permanent vacation life.
You're gonna say you're fired in a couple of weeks.
Yeah, exactly.
But yeah, but
So
no.
what did I say wrong?
Exactly. You'd be taking too many holidays. No, but yeah. Well, other than that, yeah, still writing the script and everything like that.
Yeah, good.
And just, yeah, getting to a part where you're just like, yeah, trying to figure out certain parts of the characters. But today I got to, had a breakthrough in my head of what I needed to do. So I was like, all right, that makes a lot more sense.
A breakthrough.
Yep. So I'm going to continue writing, continue getting that down, hopefully get something out soon enough.
Good, man. Keep up. I mean, I know obviously writing the first version is the hardest part.
Exactly.
But then at least afterwards, at least you have the bones there to kind of like just, work off of it. So
No, exactly. I've just been listening to a lot of those, like a lot of podcasts where they're talking about it.
yeah.
And they're like, oh yes, you have to write the first, and then the second, and then you have to send it. I was like, okay, now I'm starting to get a better idea of what it is.
Yeah, no, it's actually quite interesting but scary as well. I think from the little bit of research I did, where you kind of find like once you write the first verse, a lot of times you find people. It depends what you're doing. If you're looking to sell it or make it yourself, like some people who kind of want to sell their stuff, it's almost like you make the first version of it with the intention that if someone buys it, they're gonna change it anyway
Yeah,
and
exactly.
do a rewrite. So sometimes it's just worth getting it written first of all.
Yeah.
You know, and I guess if the main premises of the idea is good enough, then sometimes people just buy into it
Yeah.
and let them do the rewrites
No, true.
and get paid.
Premise.
Oh, what did I say?
Premises.
Premises.
But yeah.
I live here. This is my premise. You mean your premises? I live here on this premise.
Live on my premise.
Get off my premise.
But yeah. But what you been up to, bro?
Oi, I've been just trying to take this podcast to the next level. No joke. But no, I have been working on just kind of working on getting the social media for this right. Trying to get, I just want to say this in the last podcast, and even was gonna do like a little kind of, I don't know, a quick post for people, but I'd say, look, I'm actually really grateful to everyone who's been listening to us recently. Like I've really seen the numbers spike up, and it's been great. And I think if I was to make a little request is, if you enjoyed the podcast, we'd really appreciate if you did, if you listen to it on iTunes, and on Apple Podcasts, please give us a review. Give us 5 stars, if you're feeling generous. Same with Spotify. I'm not too exactly sure how Spotify works, but if there's any button that says a heart or we like this, like just show some love, because the more we see that you guys listen, the better it helps us out as well. So I don't really ask for much, but I mean, if you don't mind, show some love, and also again, if you have any film recommendations, like at the moment I get a lot of face-to-face recommendations for movies, such as today, So after this podcast, we've actually planned to see Midsummer.
Yeah.
Which is kind of
looks good. Seems good. Yeah.
Yeah. It wasn't the first movie I was going to want to see. Like originally, I thought we was going to go and see Hobbs and Shaw.
Oh, okay.
Which we will see as well. We'll review soon. But I mean, I've heard a lot of people kind of interested, kind of for us to get our opinions on Midsummer. So I thought, yeah, it's perfect time to go down to the cinema, check it out, and we give you the listeners what you want. So on the same thing, feel free to DM us. DMX minute.
Yeah.
DM us on
Exactly.
on Instagram, and just let us know what to watch and what you want us to talk about as well. So but anyway, today, what we talk about today, Terrence? Tell him.
Gonna get dark today, bruv.
Oh,
gonna get dark.
Man, getting dark, yeah. Okay,
We're
first.
gonna talk about dark.
So this is actually a great show to talk about, especially because for a lot of people, I know sometimes we might talk about shows or films which you haven't seen yet. Maybe you haven't got the time to see it, maybe you haven't got the funds to see it. But most people have Netflix. If you don't have Netflix, you have a friend or family's password for Netflix. So if I was you, I would definitely recommend season 1. Well, there's not 2 seasons of Dark. I definitely highly recommend the show. It's a German sci-fi. If you're someone who doesn't like subtitles, or you kind of on the fence of foreign films, I'd say how it's filmed. What are you gonna say?
No. I thought you were gonna say the other option that you can use.
Oh no,
to listen to.
I'll say that as well. You can. It's like I'm not a person that don't let foreign films put you off. I like foreign films and TV shows.
Yeah,
this is filmed really well. I've never had to think so long in a TV show for a while. It's a beautiful show. I think it's nicely paced. Definitely worth reading subtitles. But again, with Netflix, if you don't want to read subtitles and you want to be lazy and listen to
I'm not being lazy, but don't want to read.
No, I'm sorry. It has been lazy. Like I'm like the dubbing is terrible.
Yeah, I ain't gonna lie. That's what I hate. It just feels like watching one of those kind of. Sorry for anyone who likes those shows, but it's like one of those kind of. I think it's like Mexican or those American shows.
Yeah.
Like where they've got Mexican actors and then they dub it with American actors, and I'm like, you just don't get the feeling of the characters.
Exactly.
So it's not nice.
So in that sense, but the option is to listen to it dubbed. I think the first time I watched the show, I read the subtitles. I watched it again recently with somebody else, and we did it dubbed because it was just easier to get through it. So I didn't mind. But I mean, I would recommend if you have the time, just listen to German and read.
Yeah, I think just do it both ways. You'll come to with me. I do it both. So when I'm like sitting down, and I want to concentrate. Then after I'll read the subtitles because you can actually engage with what the characters are saying. Like you can actually hear the emotion, and then if I'm doing something else, I'll just put in the dub version so I can hear it in the background.
Like a dub plate, yeah.
Exactly, just like a dub plate.
Ooh.
Just like Idris, bruv.
Yeah, man. Shana Paul, talk about Dark on Netflix, man.
Sean Paul's just going to come right here and just say something.
Shana Paul. I think the impression is so bad that I don't think he really cares.
Yeah, that's true.
Shana Paul. Watch out Dark on Netflix, season 1 and 2.
That's just bad.
But for somebody who's Jamaican, that was a terrible Jamaican accent.
Yep. Even Sean Paul's embarrassing.
Rastafari.
But
anyway, go on. So tell us what's in let's just what is Dark about?
So Dark is about something I cannot see yet.
He's currently reading,
and it says a family. I just gave it away. It says a family saga with supernatural twist, set in a German town of Window, I think it is, where the disappearance of 2 young children exposes the relationship among 4 families.
Whoop, whoop.
And this is from IMDb.
IMDb.
So I think that's from IMDb. But so it's a show about basically in the beginning.
Don't ruin it.
Okay.
Again, warning, spoilers. So let's get into it.
I'll say, but so Like the beginning, from what I remember of it, is even though I just like watched it the other day, is a group of kids going to like the forest.
Oh, season 1. We're talking about season 1.
This is season 1.
Okay, cool.
Yeah, that's the only one I've really watched. Like season 2, I've only got in a couple of episodes.
Okay.
But yeah, so season 1 is like about a group of kids. One of them, they go into the forest. One of them goes missing, and don't want to give too much of it because people still might watch it. But yeah, basically, yeah, they go missing, and then it goes into a whole thing of like trying to find out what actually happened to him.
No, we're spoiling. So anyone who's listening to this is for people who've seen Dark already. So
Yeah.
I mean, if you haven't seen Dark at this point, stop listening because we want to talk. We actually want to talk about what we thought of it. So go on.
Even then, so I don't really need to do a whole explanation of it. So yeah. So as you know, if you've already seen it, he goes missing. You know, he's time traveled, and yeah, then it goes from there. Just showing us like exactly what happens with the time travel and what sort of time travel they're using. So, what do you think of it, bro? The beginning part.
I liked it. If I'm looking at as from the very first episode, again, it's like the thing what I was lucky about is no one actually told me what it was about. I just saw all over the internet that Dark is an amazing show to watch. It's really good. Yeah. You know, top of most like companies' recommended lists. So I was like, look, let me give it a go. I didn't even spend time to figure out what it was about. I didn't even check like is it sci-fi. I just put it on. Started watching. I was like, wow, like it just films so well. Really cinematic again.
Yeah.
And I like the pacing. I didn't know what was going to go on. I think when we got to the end and you realise, wait a minute, this is actually time travel in this.
Yeah.
And how they did the time travel as well wasn't like the most. It was like so simple.
Yeah.
But not predictable at first for me.
No, that's true. Yeah.
So then kind of, and then I think as each episode goes along, as Tony said, you know, and as the IMDb says, it's about 4 families where you realise really truly like these families are so interconnected.
Yep.
You know, by one child called Nick. What's it? Is it Nick?
Aldrich?
No. So the original boy, he goes.
Oh, Mikkel.
So Mikkel. What's his surname?
Nielsen.
Yeah. So Mikkel Nielsen, he goes back into the past, and then afterwards, when we find out that this kid who goes in. Oh, what's fun in the background?
Yeah. So
yeah. We find out he goes back into the past, and then meets the mother of the lead character, or I guess we say who begins as the lead character. To find out that there's just a weird loop that the kid who went missing has actually been in this town all along.
Yeah.
He's grown up in this town as somebody else and has had a kid in his town. It's just a mind.
Yeah, it's just crazy, especially because as you already know, like because he kills himself at the beginning.
Yeah.
So like that's the main point of it.
Yeah, true.
So yeah, for you realise, wait a minute, he's killed himself just before he leaves.
Yeah. Because
he knows that's like the plan. So everything's it's in a cycle.
That's what I missed. Give him, I don't know, just if you explain that part to them, the whole point of the death in the letter, because I missed that part.
So basically at the beginning, it's the older Mikkel, we see someone hang himself, so that's older Mikkel. And then he gives his son a letter? No, he leaves a letter for the woman.
Boop, boop.
He leaves a letter for the woman explaining, like basically saying to only open it on the day where his younger self goes missing.
Yeah.
So basically, on that part, actually, what do you want me to explain about that?
No, I was just gonna say that I think that's one thing which again is
which was really good, yeah.
Which pulls you from the beginning because even at that point you don't know that's him.
Okay,
you just the show just begins with somebody hanging himself, and then we're seeing the son of the person who killed himself. That he's been away for a little bit and how he's dealing with the trauma and the death of his dad. And then when episode 1 as the show continues, we get to like near the end of the show where him and all the other kids go to one of these caves. They lose the little boy, and then kind of the story that we thought was all about just now the kid going missing, and why did his dad commit suicide? We then find out at the end of the episode, wait a minute, actually the kid who went missing is actually his dad who killed himself, and his dad leaves a letter for him. I'm sure it was actually addressed to him.
Yeah.
That can only be opened at a certain time and a certain date, and then at the end when he opens up the letter, or when Mikkel's mum or adopted mum opens the letter, that's when we see that's when we're told, but actually he was here all along. He just grew. He just kind of, he somehow stayed in the town, and he had a kid, and he gave his whole history of time travel exists.
Yeah,
which was pretty good.
That's true, yeah. And for me, that's what I really like to when they start to kind of unfold everything that you're seeing.
Yeah,
I think the thing that I enjoyed about it is the fact that when he's I keep forgetting the main character's name.
Jonas,
yeah. When Jonas is actually with him in the forest,
yeah,
and then he loses him,
yeah.
Then you realize, he lost his dad in that sense.
Exactly.
And then also I guess he's also lost his dad now because he's killed himself.
Yeah,
it's like the way they kind of made it kind of a poetic thing to kind of a theme of him being the one who actually loses his dad, who becomes his dad in the future.
Yeah,
and I like the whole kind of setup of it. Then it does start to get a bit hard to kind of follow, because I was watching it.
Yeah.
And then I was like, I'm going to need a paper to write it down. And then I remember you lot saying that.
Exactly.
I was like, wait a minute. That's exactly what you said.
Gosh.
So I was like, actually, yeah, because when you could, they got so many characters, they got a certain amount of characters, but then it's going through like 3 time frames.
Yeah.
So it's going through 3 different time frames. So you're trying to work out who's the grandparents, who's the mum and dad, who's the main character from the present that we know, and then you're going back and forth, and then you've also got the main characters we know from the present in the past in each different iteration. So you end up like, I need to write this down because it's getting confusing. But
that's funny thing, which everyone I speak to who's watched the show, it's almost like you start reenacting the show itself, because in the show you see the actors actually some key actors with charts on a wall of each person, so you see like 3 versions of each person. You see as a little girl, in teenage years, and then as adult, and then if there's older character, you see the older character as as like the normal, like 30 to 40 year age, and then later on in the 60s, or it's just amazing how they do it. Is like you honestly have to, like, for the last I've finished watch both seasons now. And when I've had almost headaches every night, because I'm doing my best to be like, when this big thing happens or this big reveal happens, or you realize like, wait a minute, this person's connected. No, this person and this person. Yeah. Like, yeah, man, your head feels it, man. Your head really feels it.
No, it's true. And I think the good idea, which was good and smart of what they've done, is like, I do like at the end of the show where they try and keep you up to date. Like they show you each picture of each person and say like, this person's related to this person, and then you're like, okay, it kind of brings you back around. But so I like that. And also another good thing I like about the show is that because it is set in a small town, it kind of shows you what would time travel be like to affect a small town. And of course it would be like one person goes into the past, and then maybe sleeps with someone else, and then they have a kid together, and then that person may be the auntie, that person may be like the grandparent or great grandparent of another person. So you're just like, wait a minute, this is weird. But if you had it like in a city or somewhere big, the effect would be too spread out. So I like the fact that they keep it small.
I think one thing which I think sometimes sometimes where American shows don't do it well is if you have a huge budget, they spend so much money on trying to do the visual effects that that sometimes they lose from the story itself. That's true. And I find with this, it's kind of like if you just kind of like just drop a little bit of of effects every so often, like that just works so well, because the whole show's main focus is story and about what's happening. So, and even like how for most of it, how they go through time is you see them literally just go in a cave, open a little door, and they turn left or turn right. They come out the door and they're in a new time zone. It's like that's so simple and on a budget.
That's true. Yeah.
Like, do you know what I mean? So it's like and enough to. But so when we do see scenes where we see some special effects, straight away it looks amazing, because
that's true.
They haven't killed us and knocked us over the head with constant here's this effect and watch this and just over here and lights, and it's like no, don't do it. It's just like story. Here's some effects.
And then the only special effects they use in the first season, you've already seen it, of course, are like the birds falling out the sky, and the flashing lights. So, and that's pretty much it. And then everything else is just like a really good story that follows up. So what's your favorite part?
Ooh, ay. So I got to say my favorite part has to be, let's see, season one. Okay, this is probably a bit of a cop out. I think I don't have a favorite part.
Yeah.
I guess for me it's I kind of do and I don't. I think season 2. I think I definitely have my favorite part of season 2.
Okay. Yeah.
Which we speak about next. We speak on another time. I think for this, I just love the fact of like every character is important.
Yeah.
So that's the thing for me. I feel like at the moment, I feel like I'm loving that every character is important. Almost everyone plays a part in it somehow.
Okay. Yeah.
I did like it's such a tiny scene. No. I liked. I know what I liked.
Mm-hmm.
I liked when Jonas sees his mum for the first time.
Okay. Yeah.
When he goes back in time.
Yeah.
For the first time, it's raining. He's at the bus stop.
Yeah.
And then the van pulls up, and his mum sticks her head out, and she's like, "Oh, like, do you want a lift?" No, his granddad's like, "Hey, do you want a lift?"
Yeah.
And then it's just like that was, yeah.
Yeah, that was a very good part actually. Yeah,
I like that part.
Just seeing it. For me, surprisingly, and the reason probably why it's my favorite part is the cliffhanger at the end.
Yeah.
And I got completely confused because I watched it the first time and I didn't pay enough attention. So I was like, oh yeah, they made a mistake. That didn't make any sense.
They never make mistakes.
Yeah. And then after I went back and I was like, I made a big mistake.
Go on.
Yeah, I thought that at the end when when the big black hole comes out.
Yeah.
And he touches it. I thought that he went into the past. So
let's see. What happened now? So we had the little guy, the kid, Jimmy. So the kid and Jonas were both in a cave.
Yeah. And they both go to the porthole. The thing opens up. The black hole.
Yeah.
And then they go to touch each other's hands, kind of thing. And then all of a sudden they both like vanish.
Both swapped, don't they?
That's what I think. That's what I thought. So I'm still trying to understand because remember when you look at it afterwards.
Yeah.
Because they tell you at the end of it. I'm just making sure I'm not saying anything that's a spoiler. But yeah, so at the end of it,
we're doing spoilers.
Yeah, just in case it was a spoiler for the second season. But I think,
okay.
Yeah, but I think it's done at the end that he actually ends up in the future. So
that's how it ends. That's how it ends.
Yeah. So I thought he went back to the past because I thought the boy was in the past, but the boy's in the future then.
So let's see, because that's the thing, because obviously we get introduced to Noah. Yeah. I think I guess at that point we don't really know we don't know what the bunker. That is interesting.
If you get what I'm saying, yeah, because I thought the boy was still in the past where the thing knocked him out and puts him in the thing, but maybe I'm wrong.
Yeah, because I know what you mean, and again, it's like, I guess when it comes to we know clearly when it comes to the doorways, we know clearly that they go one place is 33 years in the past,
yep,
and one is 33 years
in the future.
In
the present, yeah. So one goes to 1953, one goes to 1986, and then one is
1990.
Yeah, 2009.
So, yes, that's exactly. So no. I guess differences with that is maybe because the machine is different.
Okay.
So I think even if he got shot to the future, I think he did get shot to the future. You know, it's maybe watch it again. Maybe we can watch it again and find out, because we don't know what time. Because of Noah, we don't know what time Noah puts the kid in that bunker. Because remember, because the bunker almost looks consistently the same.
Yeah.
Apart from one when it's got the wallpaper.
That's true. Yeah.
And two when Claudia, the old woman, when she puts the her plans on the wall.
Okay, yeah.
So other than that, but that's the main differences we see. So I mean, but again, it's like we know that machine works differently. We've seen reference that walking into it doesn't always give you the exact
same sort of thing. Yeah. So that's where I got confused at the end, because I was like, oh, they only sent him back to 1953. Because I was like, oh, that's not interesting because you can already get to 1953. And then after I was like, oh, okay, actually, now he's going into the future now. So it's somewhere we haven't been yet.
Yeah.
So yeah.
Who was your favorite characters? Who's your? I guess there's so many. Who's your top 2 characters?
Actually, funny enough, I think.
I knew it. Heathen. No joke. Go on.
Actually, that's a hard question. I think Jonas, of course, because we're following him through it, so you get most of his story and who he is, and even him as the older one, you kind of, I didn't spoil it there, but yeah, him as the older, that you kind of get who he is, and you can tell who he is from the first. But anyway, and actually the old woman.
Yeah. Exactly. Yeah.
And she also reminds me of Grandma Sonati. Not Sonati. She reminds me of the old puppet woman from Naruto.
Oh, yeah.
I can't remember her name, but she reminds me of her. Just like the same sort of clothes and dress up.
Yeah, sure. Actually, let's watch that again. Naruto. Okay, so my favorite two characters they are her. So Claudia, I like her a lot.
Yeah.
She's interesting. I think, especially. Yeah. I like. Yeah. She's someone I enjoy. She's interesting, and also. Because Jonas is interesting.
Yeah.
But I don't know. I kind of like Noah.
Okay. Yeah.
But more, I like. But no, I guess I don't like him because he's an amazing character.
Yeah.
But I think he makes having someone to kind of to go against. He makes an interesting like villain.
Yeah.
Or kind of I like part of him kind of like he has presence. So when you see him and they put the music to like
that's true. Yeah.
And you have him, you really feel like, okay, this guy is pretty dark.
Yeah. Sometimes I feel like they go a little bit far with it. I think like everyone always talks about how bad it is to be like the mustache twirling guy. And sometimes they give images like where he turns like the camera.
Yeah.
It's just like the music comes on. I'm like, oh no, I could just imagine a big mustache. Like I'm evil. Like he just got like man. Yeah. So sometimes I think he's a bit too mustache twirly, but other than that, yeah, I get what you like about the character.
Yeah, I just think we have. Yeah, no, I agree with you saying. And actually, and even on that point, another thing which I love with the show is the music is done so well.
I think the
music is amazing. As in, like even like the songs you hear in it, when the end of episodes when they kind of play the intro song and the outro song.
Exactly, yeah.
It's a different type of song most time. I feel that sounds amazing. You can just see there's so much. It feels like there's so much work put into this.
Yep.
To look so minimal.
Yeah. No, I agree. Yeah.
Because even though, like I said before, like it seems like it's on a budget. I don't mean it in a way of like it looks cheap because it doesn't. It's one of those things where it's like when someone kind of like finally craft something. But you can see there's so much effort and thinking goes into it before doing it.
Yeah.
And just how all the characters tie into each other. Like we know that they spent a lot of time in focusing on this, but we just from all we see is like the same one cave mainly.
Exactly.
We see the same grassy area. 1 minute, from a filming perspective, like they might remove a chair, put a chair back, or they might put a slightly different filter on the screen to indicate, okay, this is this year.
Yeah.
But it works so well. Like it really works so well. And again, there's no one there in this where I feel like there's not like a leading famous actor or actress that pulls you in.
That's true, yeah. That's what I like.
It's all new.
The only one I recognise is the one who plays the mum, the grandma. I mean, the adopted mum of Miko.
Where'd you know her from?
I only know her from because I watched Thing the other day, and it's a German film again, but it's an American film, but it's set in Germany. It's Suspiria.
Okay, cool.
So yeah, she's one of the characters in there. So I was like, oh, okay, I recognise her face, but that's it. Like no one else still. I didn't recognise anyone else from it. But yeah, okay. So my favourite part,
go on,
of course, is time travel.
Yeah, and this reason I wanted you to watch this. I didn't want to say nothing to you because, like, as you guys listeners will find out, Terrence is super critical on time travel. The amount of times we had to talk. Actually, you probably heard us talk about time travel on some of the older podcasts. Definitely Endgame, which is rubbish. But he gave it 8.
I did.
But yes, so that's another reason why I wanted you to watch it in the first place, because I know that you have an opinion on this. So go on. What's your opinion? Go on, tell us. Let me get a drink.
For me, just the time travel in it.
That was good.
Kind of
hot take. Sounds great.
It works, but then it kind of we know where the show's gonna go.
Yeah.
If they're trying to keep it that way. Also, you can find faults with it, like why can't they just change time? But as we know, because we can see the future in this, we know that everything that's going to happen is going to happen.
Yeah.
Unless they do something in the second season which changes that,
Yeah.
then I'll complain about that. I haven't come to that point yet. But at the moment, it seems to work because they're saying everything is connected and nothing can be changed. And they even address the plot holes.
Yeah.
Like, there's a... Oh, no, I'm not going to spoil. Sorry, 1 second. I'm trying to remember this from the first or second. There's certain things in there which are plot holes, but then I think they explain it in the second season. So, yeah, I'm not going to go to that part.
So they're not holes then, are they? They're not holes.
Yeah, but I think they even say it in the first season anyway. There's certain stuff that happens.
So what did they say in the first season which we don't know from season? Because what are you referring to? And then, you know, obviously, I've seen the whole season 2. You haven't seen, so without saying the next part, what happens that you think they don't, they may not explain in season 2?
Okay, so the book, like, there's a book that exists.
Yes.
And, yeah, like, the book is introduced to one of the characters who wrote the book.
Okay.
So, yeah, so it's given to him, and he's like, oh, yeah, this is a book he's going to write.
Okay.
But, of course, he hasn't written it yet.
Yeah.
So, of course, they kind of answer that anyway. There's other things where it kind of goes down that line. So, it would be that, oh, yeah, something comes out of nowhere. It's like if I gave you a book or gave you a picture and I said, you drew it. You drew it. And then basically...
I did draw it.
You hadn't drawn it.
I did draw it.
But
it's my picture. I drew it. Give my picture back. Give me my picture back.
So you hadn't drawn it. So where did that picture come from? And of course, in time travel, like they say, you can't just have something come out of nothing. In that sense.
Yeah, see, this is what I hear you exactly saying, and this is what gets me about time travel, and people believe in it. It's so. Oh, this is going on for a long time. Here we go. So I see with time travel, like in my head, I feel like this. I feel like time is moving forward, yeah, until we get to the point where we start time travel.
Exactly, yeah.
And then from there, if people are going back to the same time, then that's realistically that's where a loop should begin.
Exactly, yeah.
That's,
and I think
logical?
they actually, I would agree because that's where I've come to in my thought pattern of it.
Yeah,
like if you're gonna have what they always say, like a kind of closed time like loop.
Yeah, is
where something becomes a loop, and I think that's what the show even addresses.
Okay, good.
There's a part where she's talking about a shoelace.
Yeah,
and she was like, "Oh yeah," then it gets tied up, and then you're trying to retrace yourself back to before it got tied up. So there has to be a time where none of that happened. So I guess Eunice doesn't exist, and time kind of there was a point where time travel started. Oh, Jonas, sorry.
Yeah,
no, Eunice. The Germans ain't having this. Eunice. But yeah,
that was a great accent. It's almost as good as my Jamaican accent.
Oh gosh, that means it was not good. But yeah, so where Jonas either doesn't exist, so it has to go back to a point where they untie the shoelace. Yeah, where certain characters are going to die, but hopefully that would leave the characters that we do like still existing. So yeah, but other than that, if that doesn't happen, which again you can argue it may never happen, because once time travel happens, all of those paradoxes exist in their own little time frame and will cause that world to exist, and there would be no way of changing.
Okay, and tell me more about, do you know any more loopholes, huh? Mr. Time Traveler. Mr. Traveler.
But yeah.
Come here, Mr. Traveler.
The only thing, again, where he was like, oh yeah, if you go back and you change it, like when he first, where Jonas first meets Jonas.
Yep.
And
Jonas.
he goes back in time.
Hey. Yep.
And then afterwards, he's, where he's like, oh yeah, don't change it or you will no longer exist. So of course, he can never change it. Just like the way he puts him into the bunker. And he's like, oh yeah, you have to be here. So he's always going to become the older Eunice. The dad's always going to get arrested and taken into the future. That's always going to happen. The only way something can change, nothing can change. Nothing can change, actually. Like when you look at it, there should be no way that this can change any differently than what's already happened. So yeah, so I don't know, unless the only thing they can do is in the future continue with their lives.
Yeah. And I think that's the thing. I think that's the thing you get with this as well. It's, I think it's going to be, it's one of the things where almost you have to, when they're saying they're going to try and break this loop, you have to really be like, But can you actually break this loop? Because anything you're doing, everything you're saying, it just falls underneath the same thing.
Yeah.
And same ways, like, again, it's almost like they might be like, okay, the only way to break this loop is to shoot this person. But then when it comes to shoot this person, they're like, no, but you can't shoot me, because if you shoot me, then after, you can't potentially change the future. And it's like, but then if you said you came here to do something different, realistically, you should try to do something different. But even then, even if you shoot the person, that's probably saying what you did before anyway.
Yeah, so exactly. So there is no change in it. Literally, there is no change. So I think in this, it's kind of like the Matrix, where she was like, oh yeah, you've already made your choice. Now you're just seeing why you made the choice that you made. Exactly. And that's all we're seeing. We're just seeing why they made those choices to get them to the point that they finally end up at. And then what's the future after those choices have been made that we haven't yet seen. Yeah. But apart from that, everything's going to happen the way it's happened. Yeah. And they even said that in the show. Exactly. Yeah, they answered the question in the show. They're like, listen, nothing's going to change until we get past this point. This loop is always going to happen. So, yeah, which I respect. At least they answer the questions. They pose them and they're like, this has to happen the way it did.
And I guess in a weird way as well, because we're focused on the story, because at the moment we're focused, as you said, we're focused in the middle of the loop. So realistically, exactly if you said, when you get to the end, they may untangle the loop, but realistically, we have to get to the end of the loop. Yeah. Exactly.
To see why,
exactly. Don't let that whole thing of things are going to happen anyway. Don't let that put off the show, because I feel like because also that is we kind of dip our toes into these three worlds, and who the families, extended families of each person. But I mean, in season 2, and this is, I'm not going to say nothing too about this, I'm not going to spoil anything for people. I'm saying in season 2, they just go deeper into it. So things you think you know, you don't know. And it gives you more of what you like and love in season 1. So I would definitely recommend, if you've seen season 1 or 2, definitely watch season 2 as well.
Oh, and actually, one of my favorite parts
Go on.
is I can't pronounce his name. Who gets arrested again?
The dad.
I see the name.
Uchiha. The dad. Ulrich.
Ulrich.
One second, I apologize. I'm pretty sure it's Jonas, but I know sometimes it might say Jonas. I'm pretty sure it's Jonas.
It's Jonas, yeah.
And same, I'm thinking they say Ulrich, not Ulrich, but that's just my mistake.
That's true. I'm sorry. I can't pronounce them. I'm not good at pronouncing.
But go on.
But yeah. So with him, my favorite part, I started laughing at. Yeah. I shouldn't have laughed at it. It's not a funny part. Yeah. It's just where he's like chasing the boy. Yeah. To get him. Oh. You have to take.
That's so messed up.
I didn't think they were gonna go that far.
That's so messed up, Taz.
Throws him on the floor, like picks up a brick. I thought, okay, they're going there. Like literally, they're going full-blooded. Like hits him over the head with a brick. Yeah, some big guy hitting a kid. I thought, this went too far.
Yeah.
I thought that part for me was just like, what the heck? I didn't think they were gonna go there. But of course, the way it plays out, I thought, it has to play out that way, because we see him later on with the scar on his face. Yeah. So I was like, okay, so this ends up leading to this, which leads to this. So so that's what I enjoyed.
Yeah, man. I like, as I'm saying to all the characters, I love how they just, each person develops. Like, I love the fact of, even with Jonas and his mum, like, we're so used to, like, people forget your parents, your parents had a life, had a life in their own ways before you. So kind of, watching, rather than like most TV shows or films where, it's like, that's just the mum. Usually in your mind, like, they're perfect, I think. Yeah. But then actually realizing that, no, the mum, she's so manipulative. Yeah. Like, she really, when she was younger, like, kind of, her fencing Ulrich as a kid, and then being so jealous that he was sleeping with, like, he's sleeping with his wife now, that she went out and almost kind of, and said how much he tried to rape her. Like, it's just like what? And then you see how she, again, and you see how she carries on with manipulating people. Yeah, it's like, it was dark. Okay? Hey! Look at that man. Hit me. Yes, sir. Yeah, I forgot, didn't you?
But yeah, so no, that's what I really enjoyed about it.
Like, who phoned this?
But yeah, that's what I really. Who phoned me? Who called me? But yeah, so no, but that's what I really liked about it.
Yeah,
was that they were showing like all the parents of how like messed up they are, what they've done in the past to affect each person leading on, and even like what is she? The hotel owner. The owner.
Welcome to Hotel California. I said it all wrong.
Yeah.
Hotel California. What a lovely place. What a lovely place.
Oh no, just cutting right into the middle of what I was saying. So yeah, the hotel owner, even her, like just them showing her when she was younger, kind of she's always been a victim.
Yeah.
All the way through, and you kind of feel like, actually, I want to know. I think they're gonna go into a more like in this season.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't know.
I know.
But, yeah, there's certain things that they show in the first season, but I'm like, okay, I need to know what happens next.
But in what sense you mean goes more into?
Actually, no, I'm messing up. So no, what I messed up on was she meets up with the guy, who I think is her husband.
That was a good scene. Yeah.
Yeah. But yeah, because I didn't know if they knew each other or not. But he just turns up. Yeah. But I want to know why he ended up in the position that he ended up in.
Ooh.
So yeah, which also goes into how they kind of have a relationship. But I want to know what actually happened to him because it looks. What's that?
No, do you think just a random thought or something else came to my mind?
What was that?
No. No. It wasn't this. It's the video I sent you yesterday.
Okay, yeah.
with the oh gosh, no. Keep talking to you afterwards.
So I wonder, if they're gonna explain anything more about how he ended up in that position, who he is, and if he's even from their time frame. I just thought that now, but yeah, if he's even from their time frame, maybe he's from somewhere else or something else.
Yeah. Okay, cool. So, no, it's true, and I know the answers, but I'm telling you.
Yeah, exactly.
I know the answers.
Secret.
Damn right. Okay, cool. So what we're saying, it's so obvious. I know what we're gonna say because we've said it already. What would you rate this show? Would you recommend it?
8. I'm joking. No, but yeah, no, really. Just a running joke.
Exactly.
But yeah, no, I'll give it like. So far, I would give it a 7 out of 10, especially because it's time travel. It's time travel.
7.
Yeah, and I give 7. But yeah, so I give it a 7 because it's time travel. It seems to work. There's stuff that they can't answer because it's time travel.
Yeah,
and time travel makes no sense. So, but other than that, I enjoyed it. I would definitely say watch it because it's definitely enjoyable.
In my head, all I heard was enjoy your meal. You too.
Oh yeah.
You too.
Shut up.
Oh, that's good. Just it's freaking hilarious. Yeah. No, I agree. I don't know. I'll give it. Do you know what? I'd even go one step further.
Yeah.
I think I might give it a 9.
9.
What are you doing?
9
we need
German means no. So
maybe I said it on purpose.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
No, definitely. I think for me I'll give it a 9. And the reason why I give it a 9 is because I feel like it was great. It's filmed well.
Yeah.
I thought his writing was really good.
Yeah.
I like the acting.
That's true.
Yeah. Well paced. They found a refreshing take on sci-fi, on time travel and sci-fi.
That's true.
So
go.
Yeah. So for me, it's just kind of like, again, it's just kind of all what they've done, like all the elements they put into it. Like it definitely deserves a 9. Yeah. In my books anyway, and it's a show which I think since I've watched it, I've always recommended it to people.
Okay. Yeah.
So. Go on, what you say? What you question?
Yeah, no, just like for me, because there's some bits that to me are really similar to Lost because of that whole when Lost tried to put the time travel in there and they didn't get to like when what was his name? The nerdy, the guy who kept pushing the wheel and made the island disappear.
Okay,
I can't remember his name, but yeah. So it was just like certain parts of it where certain things can't happen, like where the black guy goes to shoot himself or something and the gun jams because that he probably exists in some future event where he has to live, or he can make the future event happen. So spoilers on Lost, but anyway, it's about 11, 12 years.
But what does that happen in this?
Just that we know that every time, like going back to Eunice seeing his dad, when you think, oh yeah, you could stop him from going in or take him back home, you know he can't, because it's time travel. We know that he gets to the end of his life and kills himself.
Yeah,
so we know that nothing can change.
But we don't know. We haven't finished. We don't know what they're gonna do.
We kind of do know though. I mean, in that timeline, nothing can change because he does kill himself.
Yeah, but again, I'm just saying, you know, we can watch.
It's starting to spoil the second season now, isn't it? They're starting to spoil the second season.
No, it's not spoiling the second season.
No,
if you think about every time thing film we watch all the time.
Yeah.
Realistically.
Yeah.
Like that's the case, but I mean,
realistically,
exactly.
But I mean, air quotes.
But I mean, again, it's like they always find a way to get out of it somehow, even if it's the wrong or right way.
Yeah.
They always find a way to get out of it. So. You know, the same film you bloody gave 8 to, bloody Endgame. You know,
but then
they found a way to justify their stuff.
Yeah, but see, their justification made sense until it didn't. See, where they messed up is that they were going on universes or different parallel kind of universes with time travel. Then they messed up on, oh yeah, Captain America comes back at the end and sits there. And then that's what just kind of threw the whole thing apart. Because it makes sense.
The key thing you said is it made sense until it didn't. Yeah. Which means it ended by it didn't make sense in the end.
Yeah.
There we go.
Yeah. But
Shut it down.
This makes sense until it doesn't. And then I'll start complaining.
Shut down.
So yeah, once it stops making sense, then I'll be like, oh yeah, this doesn't make any sense. Why did they do that? But at the moment, it kind of makes sense. Certain parts don't, but then they may explain it, like you said. They may go back into the past to the before time travel when it just begins, and then cut the whole thing off from there, and then they'll stop everything we know from happening. So we'll lose all the characters, but we'll come to a ending where we can be like, oh yeah, I agree with that end.
Yeah. Well, again, I think people need to wait for season 2, and then season 4.
Yep. What, season 4?
Yeah, there you go.
I'm on agreeing.
Exactly, I was seeing you put it up.
Yeah.
That
would be true. Right, yeah.
All right, cool. Okay, look. So anyway, look. So as you heard, we definitely say watch it. It might sound stupid, but you actually might need to get a pen and pad.
Yeah, just write it down.
Yeah, I'm not even joking. Like, don't have nightmares like me. I had not even nightmares. I had several dreams.
Yeah.
About time travel. Literally, I had several dreams because I was thinking about it so much and trying to work things out. So I'm like, it means like if I do this now, I can make this happen in the future. Like, no, why am I dreaming about this? So believe me, like it gets in your head. And same way again, because all the characters play a part in this show, and there's nothing about this. So every character plays a part of the show. And there's almost 3 of them.
So
for every character you meet in, there's almost 3 of them all time, or minimum 2. So, you know, and again, in each timeline, as Terrence said before, each timeline, things are happening. So it's not like one of those things where you go back in Endgame and you just see a guy standing there, it's like, hey, that's Tony Stark's dad. Hey, dad, here's a hug. Let me go. No, it's like him going back into the past, Tony Stark, and then seen his dad, and then there's a whole new story going on with his dad. And then he goes back into when he's a kid, and then there's a whole new story. It's like your mind is taking on so many stories with so many characters that the best bet for you is take notes. This is one of the first show I've ever said take notes because you get a headache, but it's worth it.
I'm sure actually now I think you can probably just download a PDF of someone else's notes. But
actually, no, you're right.
Yeah, I think people have done like enough notes and like written it down. So if you can find one of those, just grab one of those.
And then get yourself a backpack.
And a yellow coat.
Backpack, yellow coat, put a bit of dirt in your face, mess it up a little bit. Just keep walking and say, where's Jonas? Where's Jonas? Oh, Mikkel.
But but other than that, what I was gonna say is going back to Josh watching it again. I would say definitely do the subtitles if you can, because I think what put me off when you first, because you told me about this over about a year ago or something.
See, back in time, time travel.
I didn't even watch it because I got to it.
I didn't tell you that, I haven't told you yet.
Who has it?
Time travel.
But so when I first started watching it, I watched it using the voiceover stuff. Yeah. And I was like, I can't watch this.
Told you.
I think it's better if you go into it straight German and listen, just reading the subtext.
German whip. Not joking.
Oh god,
I can't stand that shit.
Yeah, I
I just
stand
can't.
that.
That whole vibe I'm not on.
Yeah, so
Man's in a German. Shut up.
so
Shut up.
It is.
Grow up here. Get a mortgage.
But
Puss.
yeah,
Oh,
I
sorry.
just I can't stand that song. But anyway, apart from that, the show is really good.
Cool. All right, cool. Look, anyway, guys, look, we need to wrap up soon. Before we do, any interesting trailers? Anything you want to say to the viewers? Anything you've been listeners? Anything interesting been going on? Like, you know,
Everything interesting. I guess I've seen. Been saying anything I want to see. Nah, I was talking about Dynamite before.
Dynamite.
But it just looked like a typical Eddie Murphy film.
Yeah.
And I think it's only going straight to Netflix, so
Yeah.
I don't really care about that. There must be something. Wait, have you seen anything? Maybe a drop in memory.
Not really, to be honest with you. Like the whole Dolomite thing is, it was quite predictable that he was going to have something coming out because he just finished to have that interview with Seinfeld. So he kind of knew once he saw his face there was going to be some kind of rollout.
Yeah.
And there was, I think, personally, I believe it would have been better if he came out of a stand-up
Okay, yeah.
and not just have a movie, because I think we don't take him seriously in movies anymore.
That's true, yeah.
But I think he still has respect for stand-ups. So I think I think that's what he should be doing. He's focused on stand-up. Don't worry how long it takes to do it. Just try and do that and try and get that Eddie Murphy back.
Yeah.
But Eddie Murphy, the musician, we don't feel. Eddie Murphy, the actor, we don't feel anymore.
Yeah.
And he did some good movies back in the day, man. But now
That's true.
he's so far gone. He's like, just stand-up. Stand-up's his last saving grace.
I think the problem is I think even movies, I think he could still do stand up. Everyone wants him to do stand up, just like with what he was saying with that Seinfeld interview.
Yeah.
But I think he can still do movies. I think he just has to move away from the stupid from the family genre. I think he's done that. He's done these characters, the most of these characters that he can do in that genre, and I think he needs to go to maybe trying something a bit more serious and see if he can pull it off.
Yeah, I know he did. He did a movie not long ago where he plays some kind of saint or something. I can't remember what it's called.
That one, Mr. Something, Mr. I can't remember.
I said Mr. Banks, not Mr. Banks. Whatever it's called.
Yeah.
But again, and I agree with you. I guess in my head I'm thinking this, like you just said.
Mr. Church.
Yeah, there you go.
Yeah.
Like for me, I feel like, again, as you just said, people want him to do stand up. Like that's the only thing people want him to do.
Yeah.
No one's looking for a second album for him.
That's true. Yeah.
No one wants him to act. Like not saying he can't. It's like he can sing.
Yeah.
So he's a musician as well. So I mean,
No,
so he
true.
could make a good album. He could make a good movie. But what people want is him doing stand up.
That's
so
true.
So I feel like try and claim your name back, because at the moment, like Eddie Murphy means nothing today. But back in the day when he was doing all his like movies back in the day and things with Michael Jackson and stuff, like he was huge at one point, and people forget that was Eddie Murphy.
Yeah, I mean, like you say, with music he was never really huge.
What's up? Oh, sorry.
Yeah.
What's up with you?
So he came out with that.
Red
I never knew anything about What's Up With You until I was 21, 22.
Yeah.
And that came out years ago.
Exactly.
The other song is My Girl Wants to Party All the Time. And that's the only one that everyone knows.
To party all the time, party all the time, party all the time.
And again, I didn't know that was him.
Yeah, no, it's true.
So I think musically, probably not. Acting, I don't mind if he comes out with something that's good. Stand up wouldn't be nice because it would be nostalgic if he can bring out something that's very good.
No, I agree, man. I agree. Did you think of anything else you want to say about the?
No.
Alright.
But yeah, they're not. I can't think of anything that's coming out. Like the only thing I heard is that people talking about a film that's been cancelled or at least pushed back, and there was some hunting film where they're hunting humans. I can't remember what that's called.
You mean Farmed? No, not Farmed.
What was it called? The Hunt? I think it's something like that.
Sounds great to hell.
Yeah, something like The Hunt or whatever it's called. But someone's probably shouting at this like, yeah, it's called this.
Yeah.
But whatever it's called, yeah, it's kind of like what's that one with the Purge?
Yeah.
Yeah, so would like to see what it's about, but I'm not really that interested. Didn't know anything about it until people saying it's being cancelled. So yeah. Other than that, not much.
Alright, cool. I guess on the film side of things, I think I'm covered. I would like to say, I don't know. Like the more we're doing this, I feel like, the more listeners we've got, it's becoming a bigger, stronger platform, which I really, really appreciate. As I said at the beginning, I really appreciate all of you for listening, from downloading, subscribing. if you do get a chance, we would appreciate, some feedback. So give us a review. 5 stars would be amazing. I think it's even last episode, the episode before, I said, again, in the UK, we're hearing a lot of things again about, young people and stabbings and violence. And, it's sad, man. It's like there's so much talent out there. So many bright young minds that we're losing. And I feel like, for all of us, I think we all have a responsibility to try and help and do things. And don't just sit down there and sit on the fence or, or kind of like look outside the window and see what's going on. If you can try and engage in somehow with people, please try to do it. For us, this is a creative platform where, we try to keep things fairly light when it comes to, talking about movies and stuff. But we're also two black men. Do you know what I mean? We're 2 black men living in London. We were black boys living in London as well. Do you know what I mean? And we've lived it our whole life. So kind of, we've grown up in it. We didn't have no privileged life. Do you know what I mean? Lucky enough, we was able to kind of, navigate away from trouble, and see opportunities out there. I've had opportunities myself to travel a lot in life, and you realize that when you step outside the bubble, there's a bigger world out there. Do you know what I mean? And there's a lot more out there than what you think. So I guess for me, it's if you are a young listener, just know that again, what you think is your reality, it might be your reality, but there's things out there to change. There are many opportunities out there where it's either like us. I save a bit of money, put equipment together, and now we're doing this podcast. But there's loads of schemes out there, government schemes, funding schemes you can do. If you're interested in things creative like podcasting, in music, in education, just because you're young and black doesn't mean you have to do things in music and athletics and stuff like that. But I mean, if you are living in London, there's so many schemes out there which all you need to do is put Instagram down, fuck TikTok and fucking Snapchat, actually just Google, maybe it's grants or schemes or internships, and do that. The opportunities are there. We're actually quite blessed that we live in a time where we're not dealing with as much shit as our parents used to deal with.
That's true.
And there's some stuff out there. I think if anything, the problem is that there's not enough awareness about it. So I was watching the news recently, and there's in an area which I don't grow up in Level Grove, but I was down in Level Grove a lot, and I never knew there's male men, black mentors out there, doing schemes out there which I never knew about. But basically, it's my fault that I wasn't Googling it. Although at that point I don't think I needed it then. Yeah. But everyone's not like me.
No, that's true.
So, I want to apologize for getting serious. I'm probably looking to potentially do another podcast, which might be more on kind of current affairs and more serious stuff. Just want to let you guys know, for me and Terrence, we take this seriously. We take it seriously, and we're not here just to distract you from life. Do you mean?
That's true.
It's good to have distractions, but sometimes, you have to understand that, we're out here, man. People out here, do you mean?
Yeah, it's definitely definitely things where people need more kind of help or even some advice, and any advice that we can give, we're definitely up for sharing it.
Exactly. So, if you need, as I said before, if you need any help and support, feel free to DM us on Twitter, on Instagram, and also if you're someone who actually provides support for young people, and you listen to this, or you have a friend who does, let us know. I prefer if you means at the moment we haven't got any ads on our thing, and if you have, something positive that you're pushing at the moment, let us know.
That's true.
And we will happily give you guys a shout out.
Yeah.
Because if we can help save more lives, then we want to do it. So again, if you're someone who needs help, or if you're someone who can provide help, speak to us, let us know, and then we go from there. Okay. T. We good to go?
Yep.
Cool. Okay, guys, we're off. Off to see Midsummer. Hopefully we can talk to you guys about this in the next episode. If you get a chance, watch Dark season 1 and 2, because we can do season 2 talk with you soon. What can you say, T-Bag?
No, just gonna do the follows. But
yeah, go on. So, how can I find you?
Find me T for sure on Twitter and Terrence Malcolm on Facebook.
And you can find me at Seth Gabriel on Instagram and also on Twitter, tweeting around. Tweet.
Actually, I may do another Twitter account as well. But yeah.
Why, man?
Why?
Why?
Because I just think I can create something better.
Mufasa.
But yeah,
Say it again.
at the moment, it's T for short on Twitter and all that good stuff.
Cool. All right, guys. Well, have a good one, and we'll see you next week.
Go.
Peace. So this time I was thinking, because we ended quite seriously, I thought maybe we shouldn't do the whole end part that we normally do.
Oh, damn.
But then after I was thinking, it's kind of like Marvel, innit? Like you kind of wait for end credits.
And if they stop listening, then then they'll miss out on all this good stuff.
Yeah, it's true.
But yeah.
Actually, do you know what I thought to tell you?
What's that?
Guess what I found out?
What's that?
I found out